Okay, now let's explore another feature of ChatGPT 4 is GPT Assistants. Let's talk about what assistants are and how to work with them. First of all, before you start creating assistants, it will be useful to study ready-made assistants. Ready assistants are pre-recorded prompts that describe the procedure of what to do with specific solutions. So let me show that. Let's go to ChatGPT. So here on the left you see Explore GPTs. Click here. And then you can select some assistants that are suggested by ChatGPT. You see Adobe Express, Code Copilot, Image Generator, Scholar GPT if you want to research something, access databases, write articles, whatever. Logo Creator to create logos, DALL-E. So here you see the assistants are broken down by their designation. For example, if you want to work with pictures, then you can click DALL-E, and there are different kinds of image generators. If you want to work with a writing assistant, then there is a number of writing assistants. There are assistants that help to create presentation, like Canva, for example. WebPilot is to search on the web, to create diagrams. Assistants for research and analysis. So you can find any assistant that is suitable for you. Not only in this list, but you can go to this search field and then just try to find something. You should understand that assistants are not separate new features. They're the same elements, but just with a clearer interface. For example, one useful assistant for students and their parents, Math Mentor. Let's select it. And then you see you selected this assistant and you can start chat with it. Start chat. All right. And now you see the interface is the same like with ChatGPT. Here you see some ready-made prompts. Help me explain fraction multiplication. Give me a quick refresher on congruence in geometry. So let's say I have a 12-year child and I need to explain Pythagorean theorem. So help me explain Pythagorean theorem for my 12-year-old son. Use football theme for explanation. And let's see. Okay, absolutely. Let's delve into Pythagorean theorem with a football twist. Let's picture a football game to explain this concept in a fun way. Okay, and now right angle triangle. Okay, one side is a length A, another is a B. There are some calculations as well. That will help make the concept clearer, so you can continue conversation and ask for some clarifications or whatever. Math Mentor has also its own code interpreter, so if you solve some problems, you can paste them directly here. For example, if I say find the hypotenuse if consists are, let's say 5 centimeters and 7 centimeters. Okay, so this is the formula. Calculate. Now you see this is code interpreter. It's working, and then it's square root of 74, so finally it's 8.6 centimeters long. If you have any doubts about the calculations, you can open this code. It's here. View analysis. You see the analysis is done in Python. So if you understand Python, you can actually check the code. Or for example, another funny GPT assistant, which is called Jen's meme. Jen's meme. Jen's for meme. Okay, I help you understand the lingo and the latest memes. It's just a funny assistant. Let me find some well-known meme on the internet. A meme about a guy and 2 girls. It's like an old and well-known meme, so this one. I will copy this image and then paste. Ctrl V. So explain what is this meme about. Alright, okay, look at the language. It's kind of a slang language and it writes only in the lower case. Okay, distracted boyfriend meme. So it's explained. I can actually follow up with this conversation and ask to do something maybe useful with this meme. For example, I want to teach chemistry someone, and then I'll ask, come up with captions for the chemistry tutorial spot. Okay, regenerate. Okay, sure. If you think where the distracted boyfriend is a student, and then you see it describes every character in this picture. Who is boyfriend looking back, who is girlfriend, who is woman in red. Yeah, it's kind of funny. So, okay, so now I'm going to show you another useful GPT assistant. One of really useful GPT assistants is that one that can convert image into text, that can recognize text from the image. Because if you just throw the image into ChatGPT, it will describe the image but won't read the text from the image word by word. It will convey just the general meaning. But there is an assistant which works as a recognition program, actually. Let me show it to you. It's called GPT Vision. It's here. So you can see the rating. You can see the number of conversations. So it's a very popular GPT assistant. Start chat. Yes, can you read the text in this image for me? You remember there was an image. For example, let's take this image with post comparison. You remember? These were two responses from one of our last lessons. And here is a lot of text. And for example, you want to convert this image into text. So let's just paste it in GPT Assistant. And I will type, can you read text from this image? From this image. There you go. And then boost your financial IQ. Did you know that financial literacy is the key? We can compare it with this one, for example. You see? Did you know that financial literacy is the key of unlocking? Yeah, budget like a boss, track your expenses. And here, budget like a boss, track your expenses. Invest in yourself, continuous learning. Invest in yourself, continuous learning. So you see that it reads the text from the image just word by word. Sometimes we need that, and now you don't have to purchase any recognition program. You can just ask ChatGPT to do that with the appropriate GPT assistant. Okay, I stopped the assistant because it will take a pretty long time to read all the text. So no need to do that. The main thing that we have already ensured that it reads word by word, so that's enough. You can try it yourself when you have free time. Now let's talk about how to create your own assistant. So we go to Explore GPTs. So here you have Create. Let's click Create. Hi, I'll help you build a new GPT. Okay, what would you like to make? Let's type it here. Let's say I want to make an assistant. I want to make an assistant. Remember our conversation about Abby the nutritionist. So let's create an assistant that can determine the number of calories according to the food that we eat. I tell it the number of calories. I tell it the number of calories. And the assistant makes me a menu for the right number of calories. And it makes me a menu accordingly. It's also important that the assistant draws the dish and searches for the cost of groceries in Toronto. There we go. It sends a request. How about calling it menu master? Does that sound good for you? Yes, it's okay. Let's say yes. Yes, sounds good. All right. See, now it automatically generates profile picture. Pretty nice, right? Okay, so this is our profile picture. Here is the initial profile picture. If you like it, or maybe you want to change it, I would say I like it. And yeah, and pay attention to the right. The text has changed. So now our menu master creates menus based on calories, draws dishes, and checks Toronto grocery prices. Fair enough. I will say yes, I like it. Okay, now we have set up menu master, and what can we do now? You see there are two buttons. One is create, another one is configure. So we have already created it. Now let's go to configure and see what is here. Okay, so now descriptions from the right comes here to description. And look, it has already generated the instructions, the full instructions. So it's kind of important that I described something just barely comprehensible at the beginning, but it fully formed a prompt for me. And this is a system prompt, these instructions. So it's really nice. And you see now it offers some conversation starters. Okay, now about the knowledge. Knowledge is the data on which you can train assistants. Chat histories, corporate data, it's also available here. This is handy if you are creating an assistant, for example, for some kind of work department, right? We can also upload files here if needed. And let's turn on code interpreter, because we'll likely need to make some calculations, the number of calories. So whatever involves calculations, then you turn on the code interpreter, because remember that ChatGPT cannot calculate on its own. And then click create. And then it offers options, right? So only me, anyone with the link, or publish to GPT store. Okay, so let's say anyone with the link. GPT Store is another interesting option, but I think I won't cover it in this lesson. There you go, published. And then if see View GPT, there you go. So menu master created by Yuri Anisimov. Looks nice, right?